evening all. Welcome to the Architectural Review Board of May 6th, 2025. We have two applications on the agenda tonight. One is a holdover from Michael Jesselson, 49 Bayfield Lane, and 199. It's the 199. I think that's a misprint. Nancy Berner, 16 Moneybog Lane. Right? You're here on Moneybog Lane. What application are you here on, sir? Okay. You're all together there, sir? All right, let's start with 16 Moneybog Lane. This is for a two-story, single-family dwelling, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths over a crawl space with a front overhang, covered side entry, gas fireplace, 2-level rear deck, and a sanitary system, driveway, and landscaping. So you know, if you could just give me a little bit.
Would you like me to step to the?
I think you have to go to the.
Yeah.
It was for safe over there, yeah,
No worries.
thanks.
Good evening, Gabby Chillingarian, architect, 18 Mitchell Road, West Hampton Beach. Good evening,
Good evening.
Chairman, members of the board. Good,
Tell us about the application, please.
very good, thank you. I'm the architect for 16 Moneybog. We're erecting a 2-story, 1-family frame dwelling. And we had submitted some architectural renderings and some plans for the review for the board. We are proposing some alternative colors for the board to review. The renderings I feel that were submitted don't really portray the color of what we're proposing. It appears to be a little darker than the normal. So I actually painted a sample for review. We could pass it around if you guys want to look at it. This is primarily the exterior of the materials that we're proposing. Everything will be moisture composite materials. So the exterior would be a pewter aged gray, and the windows will be dark black. So we're trying to keep that monotone but not go fully dark of the structure. Yes, sir.
So there's no change to the application and the checklist. It's just that you're showing us it's not as dark maybe as
Yes, sir. Correct.
So how about let's start with the roof, the roofing material.
Yes. Sorry, I had retina surgery this morning. You have to apologize. Yeah. So the roofing material will be a GAF architectural shingle. It will be charcoal in the black genre. The siding, as we said, will be a hardy composite, the aged pewter, which I had just shown the board. The trim material, again, will be a composite material, painted the same color as the siding, which would be the pewter, the aged pewter gray. All the exterior windows will obviously be the glass trim with vertical lines and black casings.
Their casement windows.
Yes, sir. And then that's basically the exterior makeup of the structure. We also have a landscaping plan that we've submitted to the board. Yes, sir.
Any questions on the house itself?
So what's the lighting?
Oh, we're doing a down dark sky lighting, gooseneck style.
Are there any elevation, like side elevation drawings or photographs?
I think we have renderings, but we do have elevations there, yes. We're doing a gray bluestone and pavers that are permeable. No gates, all open.
If you could describe the landscaping?
Sure. So we're going to be doing some sod, grass, for the majority of the property. And then we're going to be defining the driveway and the walkway at the curb with boxwoods. We do have some comments from the audience that I spoke to, the neighbor, and they would just like some screening on the, let's see, on the south side. So we have no opposition to doing so. They are requesting some taller type green giants to not obstruct his property from when we're in our rear yard. So we have no issue doing that from the back of our property towards about, I would say about maybe 10
Can you
feet.
be neighbor who speak this? Can you just state your name? Wayne, Steph? I did draw the house. Don't you have full on that? So in relation to those properties, and you on the north and south. Is there a landscaping?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What number? I think it's LS1? LP1, sorry.
That's it. Sure. It's the one that folds out. My bad. No problem. It's LP1. So this represents the view from your house?
Well, my concerns are to have a two-story house, which is only 10 feet from my backyard overlooking my streets. So I wanted some type of screening on the south side, the north side of that property, so they can't just stand there and let that screen my two-door house. I also wanted to have the land like 405, like 4-foot diameter, 12-foot tall, evergreen, green, cypresses, blue giant, whatever works. And I wanted that to go off and put it on there with the reason area concern at all. It doesn't have to be the entire property line, it's just that I want to keep the privacy of my backyard intact. And we put probably 4 bushes there, to block the view from that also into the backyard. There's 2 lower windows also. I want to add some low green addition to this grass. I think would help. Also, around like some little air conditioning. I think something beautiful like that would also be nice. And also, both share a right of way. Because currently I think pay for the neighbors. In their construction, I'd like them to keep their equipment trucks, whatever it is, on their property and not destroy the right of way if possible. And when they're done with construction, I want the right of ways put back to whatever it was before. If there's any damage, I replace it, repair it, put it in safe condition. And since I'm the only person who's here right there around, now there's 2 people. I don't know what kind of room there is, or we just like, who's gonna pay for the maintenance when there's 2 people now in the right of way?
As far as the right of way goes, that's something we should discuss with the building inspector. What he's saying as far as the equipment, it's something that you're nodding your head that you're.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And do you agree with putting in the, plantings the way he's proposed here?
Absolutely. He also forgot to mention that he wanted some kind of screening from the second floor, which we have no objection to. Yes.
So you're talking about the
red one, makes them, straight out. So it's the green one versus what that,
in the privacy on the balcony. Okay.
No problem.
You make this part of being similar.
Absolutely.
in 2016, people inside lab. There have been limited days that the labs are left out in the summer. I think that's still the thing, so the labs don't make room.
Can you go and do
Yeah. But that is just, I don't know,
I don't know, send it.
That's the building inspector reviewing this person.
Right. And anything else you wanted to add? And did you want to speak at all?
My wife.
Any other questions on this application? This, drawing part of the plan? Yes, if you would make some notations on this plan. Is similar to what you did here. I'm drawing this, so.
Where's the pool equipment? No pool, right?
Motion and date. Any other questions from the board? We get a motion to approve this application as noted.
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
Second it.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We have the application for Michael Jesselson, 49 Bayfield Lane. This is a two-story, single-family dwelling, 7 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, and a pile-supported slab, an elevator, fireplace, 3 balconies, skylights and patio, detached 2-car garage with an unfinished storage loft above, and an attached carport, 1-story rec room building on a slab, attached to the garage and in-ground swimming pool, with an integral hot tub and enclosure fence, cabana with bathroom, rehabilitate the tennis court, driveway with gates, sanitary fill and landscaping of the ZBA approval September 19th, 2024. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, we haven't seen you in a while,
Right.
so maybe you could give us an update on what transpired since March.
Sure.
19th.
Right. In the last, oh, sorry. My name is Hisa Matsunaga from RUR Architecture.
Foster?
Spelling it?
So the last time, we had some issues with lack of information, better understanding of the overall project. And the other issue was that this idea that we were bringing something foreign to the site, a building that doesn't belong. So we wanted right from the beginning to assure you that this project was actually born out of a earnest appreciation for Long Island's rich architectural history and deep sense of place. This house was the last work by late pioneering architect Deborah Reiser, whose lifelong architectural ambition was to bring together the sensitivity of the shingle style and the forward-looking optimism of modernism into singular works of built art that will be truly at home on her beloved Long Island. We think it would be best to give an explanation of what we mean when we say shingle-style architecture and Long Island modern architecture. Late 18th century shingle style is characterized by a sense of picturesque, achieved through asymmetry in form and honesty in material. Many of the oldest structures on the island were built in the shingle style.
So just a question, did you say East Hampton or West Hampton?
West Hampton. Long Island modernism is a less well-known but equally influential architectural movement from the mid-20th century, which pioneered the use of modern materials in clean, elegant forms whose humble, abstract massing creates a sense of home away from the city. So we hope that this brief introduction helps you see the project in a new way. And more than that, we hope that you can see the various architectural elements of this design drawn from the beautiful houses that already grace the shores of West Hampton Beach. In the previous meeting, we were asked to show more of overviews in the form of renderings for better understanding of the project. In addition, we were also asked to provide more information on gates and fences. For today's meeting, we submitted additional renderings and drawings showing some overall views of the house, with views including bird's eye, elevational, and eye-level views, as well as drawings and renderings describing the gates and fences. The last meeting, we were also suggested by the board to reduce the number of material used on the exterior. We did not reduce the number of materials with the hope that the additional renderings and drawings will better describe the project and demonstrate that in reality, some of these materials used in these projects are hardly visible from the eyes of the neighbors or passerby on the street. Elevation. In the case of north elevation, that a viewer standing on Bayfield Court see the house in the distance on the opposite end of the long lot and through the vegetation, as shown in the rendered north elevation in context, which is in the package.
Is this with the 10-foot elevation that you?
Elevation 10.
35, so it's gonna be 45 feet in the air.
I have a question. At the last meeting,
Yeah.
my understanding was you did not have approval yet to put in silt elevator extension. Has that changed?
Yes.
Yes, we do have planning board approval on the bill.
You did get approval?
Yeah.
Yes.
When did you get it?
We received it the 24th of April.
In the case of north elevation, which is A8.1, a viewer standing on Bayfield Court would see the house in the distance on the opposite end of the long lot through the vegetation as shown in the rendered north elevation in context. In the case of east, is A8.2. The street is closer to the house. However, because the house would sit approximately 6 feet above the street level, most of the roof will be invisible from a viewer standing on Bayfield Lane. The visible portion of the house will be seen only through vegetation in this case as well, as shown in the rendered eye level view from Bayfield Lane. This one. As for south and west, 8.3 and 8.4. I have to apologize, there's a typo on 8.4. One of the elevations is noted north, but it's actually west. The property will be lined densely with tall, mature cypress trees for screening purpose, that the house may be visible from the adjacent properties, but only through heavy vegetation in these cases as well, shown in the rendered south and west elevation in context. So this is a rather large house. That overall volume of the house needs to be broken down into smaller volumes so that house would not look like one big mass of monolithic stucco or shingle. For the site, the majority of landscape will be grassed with tall fescue. That adaptability to the Long Island's climate. The driveway will be surfaced with pea gravel or with permeable stabilizers such as true grid, etc., in order to minimize gravel shifting and refills. The site perimeter will be enclosed by vinyl coated steel wire fence and will be screened with matured cypress. Exterior lighting fixtures are typically ground recessed LED uplights proposed along the perimeter of the building and around the landscape. As for the building, the overall volume of the house is, as I said earlier, broken down to smaller volumes, both geometrically and by material choices along the building's facade. Smaller volumes are direct reflections of the internal functions, such as dining room, bedrooms, staircases, etc. From top to bottom, a typical roof will be covered with two different materials. Pitched roof will be shingled with Alaskan yellow cedar shakes that will be left natural, which will turn silverish gray, while curved roofs and the tower roof will be clad with lead-coated copper standing seams, which would also turn grayish silver. The typical walls will be finished with white stucco with fine dash texture such as Stowe LIT 1.0 by Stowe, while some special volumes such as the chimney and the oval tower will be veneered with 6-inch New Jersey bluestone. All window frames are thermal aluminum series bar Arcadia. Frames will be coated with medium gray such as cosmic gray mica. Window openings will be trimmed with wood fascia board at the top and wood or bluestone sill at the bottom. While their two vertical sides will be trimless and will be finished with white stucco. These wood trims will be painted with medium gray such as Iron Mountain by Benjamin Moore, etc.
Somebody document that matter. I know what we're reading.
Oh,
Beginning, I thought we were talking about Long Island,
yes,
and the style of Long Island,
right,
shingle style,
right.
so on. We need to talk about West Hampton Beach. We need to talk about Bayfield's Lane.
Right.
We're not talking about the rest of Long Island, nor are we talking about the rest of West Hampton Beach. At the last meeting, when we went over the materials,
Right.
you had the wood roof, you had the metal roof, you had glass block, you had several materials that we felt was stucco, like stucco. And we asked if you can reduce the number of different materials to bring it more into the character of the neighborhood. And I believe we asked you if you felt that this was within the character of the neighborhood. Do you remember your answer?
Yes. Well, yeah, I believe I said, I'll take it into account.
So with that in mind, you did not change anything. I'm assuming you went back to your client and discussed what the board had said, and you're gonna come back with reducing any of the materials.
Right.
And when we received this application a couple of days ago, I was looking for what changes you made. I did not see it. And in your statement, when you read what you read in this document, you indicated that you were putting landscaping to conceal the house. I'm assuming you're concealing the house so that all of these materials will not be as visible. However, you're building this up on a 10-foot berm, okay? And the house itself is about roughly 35 feet tall.
32. Elevation 32.
So 10 feet plus the 32, plus the chimney, plus the 2 feet, plus the three chimneys, it's in the air. And I don't think any of the landscaping is up 40 feet in the air. I'm just commenting on what you said, it won't be visible. So first of all, it will be visible. And I don't feel that you made any attempt on reducing the number of materials. It's gonna be a stucco house. Are there any stucco houses on basement? Are there any houses that have a metal roof on basement? Are there any houses that have glass bottom? I guess what I'm getting at is, it's not in keeping with the neighborhood. As an architect, I would think that you would try and blend in with the neighborhood. And the code that we are governed by talks about similarity, dissimilarity. So how can you comment or address the board on that? I mean, I think you agree that it is dissimilar to anything on both buildings.
On this particular side of the street, yes.
Field is a well-traveled street.
Mhm.
Bayfield has homes that are older. Bayfield has almost every home on the street is shingle. There are ranch-style homes that are two-story homes. There are homes that have different design elements incorporated into their design, and some of them are rather large. They are shingled. Most often the trim is even white. I mean, it is a very specific street. And the house that was taken down was in keeping with that. So when you spoke at first about the shingle style and the history of Long Island, more than, there are other areas in West Hampton Beach that are not as traditional as shingle or as historical, but Bayfield stands out really as being one of those streets. And this is a prominent position on the street. It's beautiful, live.
We'll bring this back to our client and discuss alternate reuse number of materials.
We're just trying to get you in conformity or waiving
Right,
the neighborhood, the neighborhood looks.
right.
Can I ask you, sir, what's your relationship with the project? The owner? You're the attorney?
Yes, I am.
Okay, maybe you can just give your names just to, for the record to indicate that you were. So,
So this one, it's the version that was the.
Self-exec, 44 Bayfield. So. I'm,
okay, just come to the podium. Thank you.
just kind of confusing, you all spoke for me. I don't understand how we're back at the same thing again. Nothing was changed. Blocking it with the trees. And as we all know, because I was at the meeting for it to go up to 10 feet, that was not an issue. It's a done deal, which I understand. But to conform and fit in, which we all had to follow when we did our homes, were told colors and materials, and we went along with it because that's the neighborhood we chose to live in. This is nothing like, every house that surrounds this house has the same look, maybe a different color shingle. I'm sorry, I looked the last time I did the same thing, I apologize. I'm confused on why they can't conform, they need to understand and realize where they're living and what needs to be done and what needs to be followed like the rest of the area. And they didn't change one thing, we're back to the same thing, same look, same material. And I have to look at it directly across. I know there's shrubs, but if I had to follow, they need to follow. And I don't think it's fair. I just think that they need to fit in and have the same look like it's an elegant look, it's a classless, timeless look. It's a beautiful block. It needs to stay that way. It's not a resort area where you're putting a resort in, it's a home. It's gotta conform to the rest of the area, and it's just not, and they just don't seem like they want to. And I'll be at every meeting until they follow what we all had to follow.
Areas that run into that neighborhood because they like what they see. And that's their style, and that's what comes into the neighborhood. So I had to do it when I built my house, so, you know, so unless you have something else that you want to,
So,
Just, say one thing, just to follow up on Lisa's comments. I think the intent when he presented his plans and redesign was to show the overall scope, because I know last time it was kind of on small, different pages, and it was not easy to understand. And then also add the fencing and some other materials that were lacking. So we will talk to the client about the design, and if we can postpone to the next meeting, we will talk to the client in the meantime and, see what we can come up with, in order to address the board's concerns as well as the neighbors. Okay.
yeah, did you speak to the client? What was the reaction from the last meeting we had?
I explained your comment about using some of the number that we expressed. I also got the impression from the last meeting that we were lacking information for general understanding of the project. So we were hoping that we presented the big picture of the project today.
I don't think you articulated what our position is that, and as you said, we have to be in conformity, not lockstep, but it has to be in conformity with where the area is. The area, not the whole village, anywhere else, East Hampton, wherever, that's really the question. Once you settle that, then we can talk materials, that type of thing.
No, the
Start for itself.
drawing submissions that you did do are excellent. I mean, it really did show us exactly what is gonna be there. I thought that was, very clear. Appreciate it.
And thank you for the additional drawings. Hopefully you could take our comments and having it conform to the neighborhood.
Thank you.
Can we get a motion to hold over this application?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. If that case, so can we get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Okay.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Thank you. And I want to welcome our new secretary.
Yay.
No one fits